Hey there! Welcome to our channel. Today, we're excited to present you a topic that has been a subject of debate for ages. What traits do women find most attractive in men? We've done our research, talked to experts, and put together a list of 5 masculine traits that have been proven to drive women wild. Some of them might surprise you, some might challenge your beliefs, but all of them will give you a fresh perspective of what it means to be a man. Men who are often aggressive, impulsive, and unable to manage their emotions have been labeled as toxic by some. While this may be harmful, it's important to recognize that there will always be strong and assertive men in the world. Do not be discouraged by society's attempts to suppress your masculinity. Instead, let it fuel your growth and development. Remember that the right kind of woman will always appreciate a man who embodies authentic masculinity, even if it may not align with the current societal standards. Luckily for you, we will explore the top 5 masculine attributes that women find irresistible. So, without further ado, let's dive into the list. Trait number 1. Sexual promiscuity. You see, sexual promiscuity in men is the tendency to engage in sexual activities with multiple partners without commitment or emotional attachment. It is often characterized by a lack of inhibition, a desire for new experiences, and an insatiable sexual appetite. So it's often called a red flag. But why do women find men who are sexually promiscuous attractive? And why can't they resist them? That's because women are typically drawn to men who exhibit sexual promiscuity because they are seen as more confident, adventurous, and exciting. These men exude an air of sexual prowess and are often perceived as more masculine and dominant. In addition, women are biologically wired to seek out partners with desirable genetic traits. And men who are sexually promiscuous are often seen as more genetically fit. However, developing sexual promiscuity is not something that can be achieved overnight, but rather requires a gradual shift in mindset and behavior. One way to start is by becoming more comfortable with your own sexuality and exploring new experiences with different partners. It's also important to be open and honest with your partners about your desires and intentions and to avoid getting emotionally attached. Finally, it's important to practice safe sex and to be mindful of the potential consequences of your actions. Trait number 2. Risk-taking. As we all know, risk-taking is one of the most attractive traits in men because it shows courage, confidence, and a willingness to challenge oneself. Men who take risks are often seen as more adventurous, exciting, and confident, which is why women find them irresistible. Risk-taking can be defined as the willingness to take chances and make decisions that could potentially lead to positive or negative outcomes. That's why it's often called a toxic trait. But is it really? Women are obsessed with men who take risks because it shows that they are willing to take charge and be a leader. Men who are not afraid to take risks are often more confident and assertive, which is an attractive quality in a partner. Additionally, women find risk-taking men exciting and unpredictable, which keeps the relationship fresh and interesting. If you want to develop a risk-taking attitude, start by taking small risks that are outside of your comfort zone. This could be as simple as trying new food or taking a different route to work. As you become more comfortable with taking small risks, gradually increase the level of risk you are willing to take. It's important to remember that taking risks doesn't mean being reckless or careless. Instead, it's about willing to take calculated risks that have the potential for positive outcomes. To develop a risk-taking attitude, it's also important to embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Many successful people have failed multiple times before achieving their goals. Failure is an essential part of growth and development, and it's important to learn from your mistakes and use them as a stepping stone to success. Trait number 3. Emotional control. Emotional control is a trait that is highly valued in men. It refers to the ability to manage and regulate one's emotions in a healthy and appropriate manner. Men who possess this trait are often seen as attractive by women, as they are perceived as strong, stable, and reliable partners. One reason why women find emotionally controlled men attractive is that they feel more secure and protected around them. These men are less likely to lash out in anger or become emotionally unstable, which creates a sense of safety and stability in the relationship. Additionally, emotionally controlled men are better equipped to handle stress and conflicts, which can help to minimize arguments and disagreements. To develop a need for emotional control, it is important to first understand what this trait entails. It involves learning how to identify and manage one's emotions, as well as developing healthy coping mechanisms for dealing with stress and anxiety. Some strategies that can help induce practicing mindfulness and meditation, engaging in regular exercise, and seeking out therapy or counseling if needed. It is also important to work on developing strong communication skills, as this can help to prevent misunderstandings and conflicts from escalating. Learning how to express oneself clearly and assertively, while also being willing to listen to others and take their perspectives into account. You can go a long way toward fostering healthy and fulfilling relationships. Trait number 4, seeking status. Seeking status in men refers to the desire to attain and maintain a high social standing or position of power. Men who seek status often prioritize their careers and place a high value on wealth, prestige, and influence. Women are naturally attracted to men who seek status because it signals their ability to provide resources and security. Men who achieved a high level of social status are often seen as more desirable partners because they can offer financial stability, social connections, and a higher quality of life. Additionally, men who seek status are often driven and ambitious, which can be attractive qualities in a partner. Women may also find themselves unable to resist the allure of a man who seeks status because it can trigger their own desire for social status and validation. Developing a desire for status can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, striving for success and achievement can lead to a fulfilling and rewarding life. On the other hand, an excessive focus on status seeking can lead to feelings of emptiness and dissatisfaction. To develop a healthy desire for status, it's important to focus on intrinsic motivations rather than external validation. This means setting personal goals that align with your values and passions, rather than simply seeking approval from others. Additionally, it's important to cultivate a sense of humility and gratitude, recognizing that social status is fleeting and ultimately unfulfilling. By prioritizing personal growth and fulfillment over external validation, you can develop a healthy desire for status that will serve you well in all areas of your life. Trait number 5, prioritizing work. Prioritizing work is a trait that is highly valued in men for various reasons. It refers to the ability to manage tasks effectively and efficiently, ensuring that important tasks are completed first. Men who prioritize work are considered attractive to women for several reasons. For one, they are often seen as responsible and dependable, which are desirable traits in a partner. Additionally, prioritizing work can lead to financial stability, which is also attractive to women. Women find men who prioritize work attractive because they know that such men are committed to their goals and will go to great lengths to achieve them. Men who prioritize work are often seen as ambitious, hardworking, and driven, all of which are qualities that women find appealing. They are also seen as more financially stable, which can provide a sense of security and stability in a relationship. Developing the trait of prioritizing work is essential for anyone looking to succeed in their personal or professional life. One way to develop this trait is to set clear goals and priorities. This involves identifying the most important tasks and focusing on them first. Additionally, it is important to manage time effectively, which involves creating a schedule and sticking to it. This can help avoid distractions and ensure that important tasks are completed on time. Another way to develop prioritizing work is to delegate tasks effectively. This involves identifying tasks that can be delegated to others and assigning them accordingly. This can help free up time for more important tasks and ensure that everything is completed on time. Sad as it may be to imagine that even this point, the list above would be deemed poisonous by society. Modern men have a propensity to approach life in a very weak manner, an approach made up of dread. That's true. They are reluctant to compete with one another because they either lack the skills necessary to win or have been taught to see competition negatively. We are all too familiar with what occurs when men are no longer required to compete for status and resources. You get a bunch of weaklings, whiners, miserable, lonely, large, false alpha guys that are stuck in a rut and can't seem to go forward in life. And since women will be so preoccupied with a few guys who fought and triumphed on their own terms, they won't even notice that these individuals exist. While it's important to keep oneself in the best possible competitive position, it's equally important to keep the wider picture in mind. Look at the people around you and realize that if you want to be king, you have to outcompete them, and it will hurt. But that's just the way it is with men. That's the territory they're in. If you don't get this, you'll never find love, and you'll always be at a disadvantage against the other men in the dating pool. Brothers, always keep in mind that toxic masculinity is just an incorrect representation of what real masculinity should be. Using these 5 qualities in everyday life can earn you the admiration of others and, more importantly, your own heart. What do you think, guys? Will you start your journey today? Comment down your answers below. Don't forget to like this video, and since you're already here, you might as well subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on great new videos. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the following video.